guess I should talk about something. Just random stuff. Racism, I guess, and sexism. You find people who are racist and they're sexist. At least with racism, they make some sort of point that makes sense. You know, black people do have a higher crime statistic. I only guess the leftists are going to say, oh, but that's just because cops are racist. Do you really think so many cops are racist? The majority of black people who do crime? Well, you know what I mean. Not too good with words right now, kind of feeling though. Anyways, racism and sexism is just based on inner sadness because it's just hateful, and hate is always just sadness. Usually, the more hateful you are of something or someone, the more sad you are about that thing. It could go either way. You're sad for them, or you're sad like against them, if that makes sense. Like you're sad that they have this shitty situation, or you're sad that they have this better situation. Because anything different from us it just makes people sad, and that just breeds hate. But people really don't know that because they're fucking retarded. Which is why I kind of use language like that, because if you take away the power of the language by using it, then the racist and the sexist people have to just, they can't use those words anymore to express how they feel, so they have to fucking look inwards. Guarantee if they stopped and they thought for just a couple minutes about why they felt like that, and they didn't use some bullshit statistic they found out later after they were racist, like they figured out what made them racist in the first place, you could stop them from being racist or sexist. And of course, everybody thinks they're the hero of their own story. They don't think, oh, the other side might be right. They don't think, hey, maybe both sides are right, or maybe both sides are wrong. Because there's always that third option that nobody ever sees. That third option that is just makes too much sense, so we just completely ignore it. And that third option is what I said in the beginning. It's just hate, sadness, racism, any ism, except autism. It's just fucking people who are fighting their inner demons, but letting the demons win. And I find that the saddest thing of all. What else? Another thing, class division, which kind of goes into what I just said. Different classes, different cultures, different groups, different anythings naturally either fear or hate people. Oh yeah, hatred is fear or hate, so they're either sad or they're scared. So anyways, any class will naturally fear or be sad over another class. Excellent example, fucking the government and the American people and the Germans after World War II. You see, German was one of the most spoken languages in America during that time, but it was suppressed because of what the Nazis did. It was only suppressed because the fucking government told everybody, hey, German is a bad thing now. And everybody was like, yeah, which they kind of had a good point. But like, it doesn't really, the point is just based off of, meandering. It's just based off of, the natural instinct of, oh, this is related to that, so it must be this. Which is true sometimes. Like, oh, venom's related to snakes, so it's bad. But not in this situation. It's just a fucking language. Just like fucking blacks are just black. Whites are just white. Natives are just native. Fucking Muslims just are Muslim. Islam is Islam. Who really gives a shit at the end of the day whether or not you believe Allah or the flying spaghetti monster? You know? What really matters is fucking, well, not that, but just the facts of human nature, because most things about politics and ideology can be boiled down very, very simply. For example, politics, they think black people cause more crime. The real reason that black people cause more crime is because most of them are in poverty. It's not the fact that they're black that makes them do crime. It's the fact that they have no money. And when you have no money, and it's the fact that fucking drugs are illegal. Drugs being illegal is fucking bullshit. Like, even the bad ones, like bath salts, fucking crocodile, who gives a shit? If you want to do that shit, throw your life away, go the fuck ahead and do it. But like, weed, LSD, fucking that shit, who gives a shit? Alcohol's a drug. It's more dangerous than weed. It's more dangerous than LSD. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. What did I say before? Let me think for a second. Sorry, I have really shitty memory because fucking meds. Yeah, class division. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say actually. So, let me just, one last thing, categories in general. You shouldn't really have any categories, because if you stick yourself in a category, then you want to identify with all these things, even if they aren't true, and eventually they do become true, but you're limiting yourself by sticking yourself in this category. So if you just get rid of the categories in general, then you just have all these things that are just there. Who gives a shit if you like really don't like know who you are? You know who you are if you know who you are. If you take the time to think about it for a minute. Categories are useful for like like where you lean, I guess, but they're not really useful if you want to like truly discover anything. If you stick to categories, then you're kind of keeping yourself in a box. And who wants to be in a box? Well, I guess that's it. See y'all later.